Hey, I'm back. Kevin Krull here again in my freezing cold garage. Today I'm going to show you how I made this black cherry bowl, dish, whatever you want to call it. So sit back, relax, enjoy the turning. Thanks for watching. For today's project, I'm going to be final turning a bowl that I rough turned from a cherry log. Now after I rough turned the bowl, I soaked it in denatured alcohol for about 24 hours, removed it, brought it in the house, and allowed it to dry for about a week. Now after a week's time, it was pretty well warped, but it was completely dry and ready to be final turned. Now, the first step in final turning is to true up the tenon. Here, I'm just using my jaws of my chuck as a jam chuck, and I'm not too worried about messing up the inside of the bowl. Any marring that occurs, that'll be turned away later in the process. Now that I have the bowl reversed, I can start truing up the outside of the bowl, and that always begins with truing up the rim. Then I move on to a pole cut to true up the outside of the bowl. Now here you can really see how much the bowl is warped. Now I'm doing a bowl with a turned in rim, so as I get to the rim, I have to reverse the direction of my cut to be able to avoid end grain tear out. After I'm satisfied with the shape of the bowl, I move on to shear scraping to smooth out the surface of the bowl. To get the correct angle of attack on a bowl of this shape, I have to constantly keep moving the tool rest. Now this is a great angle to show the movements involved in shear scraping. You'll notice that the handle of my bowl gouge is way down. You'll also notice that my body sways with the action of the cut. After shear scraping, I power sand to 320 grit. For this bowl, I want a rim that's turned in, but also turned down. Here I start trimming up the inside of the bowl. Now for the final element of the rim, turned in, turned down, and undercut. I start by trying some shear scraping. The shear scraping is working fine, but it's leaving the surface a little bit more rough than I would like. I'll have to come back later and smooth that out. When you turn a bowl with a turned in rim, all your shavings tend to collect inside the bowl and constantly get in your way. Now here's a tool you'll rarely ever see me using. It's a bowl scraper. I'm using the bowl scraper in a shear cutting orientation to smooth out the underside of the undercut rim. It's either do this or do a lot of sanding. Here I marked a high spot with a pencil that needs to be turned away. To reduce chatter on an already thin wall, I'm using my left hand to support the cut. And again, I power sand to 320. Now using my homemade Krull jaws, I finish off the base and the bottom of the bowl. And finally, I used the edge of a skew chisel to put some decorative rings in the base of the bowl. And here's the finished piece after 2 applications of Danish Oil Finish, and I buffed it with Tripoli and carnauba wax. I hope you enjoyed watching this, so please don't forget to like this video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time, thanks for watching.